Are you looking for a teacher training program? Or do you want to deepen your own yoga practice? Well, if you're looking for a teacher training program, here are some pointers that might help you find a program better suited to whatever you're looking for. So one of the first things you want to make sure about is that the training, the experience, and the practice of the lead teacher. That is key. You want to make sure that the teacher that you are going to has enough experience and enough practicing yoga himself or herself, as well as practice teaching yoga to other people. That makes a huge difference. Teaching from the knowledge that someone has learned in the books or YouTube versus knowledge that has been learned through personal experience. They're just completely different experiences. So you want to make sure that you have a teacher who has that experience and speaks from that experience. The second thing I would like to emphasize upon is if the program is a registered program or not. If it is a registered program, there are some guidelines that makes it possible for a program to be registered, and if a program is registered, it has credibility to it. Number 3, you want to make sure that the program incorporates not just yoga poses, but yoga philosophy, anatomy, modifications of poses, making poses accessible to people with limitations due to injury, limitations due to inflexibility, age, or whatever the reason might be. At the same time, you want to make poses good and fun for those who are more advanced. So a good teacher should challenge people who have limitations as well as challenge people who are super flexible and are able to go further into the pose. So you could be teaching a class with a variety of people and still help each one of those students to enjoy the class at a different level. So that makes a lot of difference to your experience as a yoga student or yoga teacher student. Number 3, you want to make sure that the program has some Ayurvedic knowledge added to it. Ayurveda is considered a sister science of yoga. You want to make sure it brings the therapeutic aspect of yoga to a different level. All yoga is therapeutic, no doubt about that. But when you remove the Ayurvedic component from it, it just seems like it diminishes a part of it, or it's not whole, it's not together. If you don't understand the Ayurvedic concepts, then it is possible that you might be practicing yoga poses that actually aggravate or increase the imbalance in you. So you want to make sure a program incorporates some of Ayurvedic principles in it, anatomy in it, modifications in it, teaching skills, a lot of practice for the student to actually practice teaching. That is important too. And then philosophy is important. History and philosophy is an integral part of it. Yoga is not just the practice of poses, it is more than that, and may want to make sure that you have that. The third thing is sometimes teachers have a hard time pronouncing Sanskrit words. So a program should incorporate some of that knowledge. You're not learning a new language, but at least be comfortable articulating these foreign sounding words in your mouth. So every time you're looking for a pose, you're not looking for an English translation of it. It just sometimes translations don't do justification to the pose, and sometimes actually it completely changes the meaning how we say a word, a Sanskrit word in English. So someone who can actually take the students a little bit into that and teach them how to say the names of some of the common poses or concepts that you learn as a student of yoga. The other thing that I think is important is the cost of the program. Of course, it is one of the key factors that makes students decide on a program. Less cost means, easier to pay and do the training and gain the experience as you teach, which is fine. But at the same time, you don't want to settle with a program that does not resonate with you. If it is a fast-paced corporate environment, if that's what you're looking for, that's good. If you're not looking for that, if you're looking for a more authentic yoga experience, that a program that is stretched over a few months or at least a year, then you should look for that program. If it means paying more, that is okay. But make sure that whatever is said, whatever the cost whatever cost is stipulated, that's what you pay. It's not, a lot of programs may have where they add as they go along. Add a workshop here, workshop there, a class here, a class there, and you shouldn't have to do that. It should all be laid out clearly upfront as to what the cost or additional cost of the training would be, to just have it all in clear.
When does it start?
Well, we have a training program starting. We actually have 2 training programs per year. We have training program that starts in the fall, and that one is held once a week. Most of the time it's on a Tuesday. It's about 5.5 to 6 hours each time. And then we also have a training program that starts in the spring, which is held 1 weekend per month, Saturday and Sunday. So we make it accessible, we make it possible for people who are working to join the training. And it's amazing how many people, doctors, engineers, lawyers, IT people are interested in becoming yoga teacher, and not necessarily because they want to teach, but because they want to increase their own knowledge of yoga, their own practice of yoga. So it's really it is a wonderful hobby. It is a wonderful art. It is a wonderful thing to improve your own quality of life, to improve your own well-being. And I hope you find a wonderful yoga training program for yourself, and good luck with your journey. Namaste.